Hi, my name's Stephen Day. I'm the founder of the Systems for Outsourcing course and mentorship program. In the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to talk about how you can safely delegate the responsibility of making online payments to your VAs, whether they be in the UK or actually if they work in a different country or even a different continent. And one of the fears that I often hear when I speak to people about this is, well, aren't they just going to empty my bank account, or that could be a risk that you're taking? Well, the way I have my system set up is that isn't a risk for me, and I'll show you now how you can do the same very simply and cheaply and get them to do everything with regards to purchasing online without you actually having to be involved if you don't want to be. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is prepaid cards. Now, prepaid cards come in sort of two formats. Like with most things, there's a business option and a personal option. And I personally prefer to use the business option. It gives you a lot more control and it means that things aren't always in your name. So you can set up a business account and then you can have a number of cards linked to that single account. So the example I've got here, this is actually a fairly old screenshot now, so that the numbers and the names are irrelevant. But the point of having this up is because you can see here I've got myself, I've got my own card, and I've also got one of my old VAs, or PA in the UK actually, called Joanna, and she had a card. Now, when she left the company, I actually put a block on her card the day before I told her she was leaving the company. So there's no risk of her sort of running off. I mean, she wouldn't have, she was a lovely person anyway, she wouldn't have done that, but just as a protocol, I would block the card before that person left the company. And if there's any balance remaining on the card, which there was, I can then just transfer that onto my existing card using the interface through the business prepaid. This is FairFX Business. And there are other ones out there, but this one had a really good, simple to use interface, which is why I went for it. So that's one option. You then limit their spending by the ability of what you load onto that card. So that's how you limit your risk, if you like. So if they empty the card, it's only going to be £100 or £200 or something, whatever you decide you're going to put on that card for them. So using your prepaid card, so you could use so this one, for example, I use my personal card, so Stephen Day's card, if you like, and I set up a PayPal account that's only linked to that prepaid card. You can see here there's a card linked, but there's no bank account linked. Now that means that although I can't receive payments into my bank account from it, I could still receive payments because PayPal will take those and hold those and then transfer those into a bank account at a later stage. But that's not the purpose of why I'm using this PayPal account. The reason I'm using this PayPal account is to delegate someone else's responsibility of making payments for me. So, but all I need to do on there is to link a card. I've linked a prepaid card. That means that I have no risk, as in the risk is limited to the amount that's on that card. And it means I can now delegate the responsibility of paying this is one of my VAs who's been paid. So I delegate the responsibility of paying my VAs to another VA. And that way, this is a way I can delegate this job out safely to somebody else. Obviously, PayPal can be used for all number of things and purchasing online. And if you link a PayPal account with a prepaid card to all sorts of accounts, so for example, my PA uses thetrainline.com, and you can link your PayPal card to that, so she can just book trains for me and pay for them without my involvement. But everything I do is try to minimize my involvement, but to keep me safe at the same time. So that's why the systems I put in place aim towards doing that, which is why I chosen these specific things. The other option is to go the one step higher or further, if you like. And this is HSBC. This is how I use my business banking. And what I've done is to set up my VA, actually my PA, I should say, as a user on my business banking account. She is then able to make payments through BACS, because sometimes people don't accept PayPal, for example. Some of the contractors I use, they want their money transferred to them. They don't accept cards or PayPal. And so that way she can do that role for me. I wouldn't give access to anyone, just anyone for this, and actually have to give quite a lot of information about the person when you sign up. So I've never tried giving it to somebody out of the continent. I don't know if that would be possible. But for a UK-based PA, this is another great way to do it. You can also limit what they can spend each day and on a single payment. And therefore you can limit your risk by giving someone access to your business accounts. On the business banking side of stuff, you can actually set up what they can do as well. So can they do transfers? Can they set up standing orders? Can they set up direct debits? Can they actually authorize other people to make payments for you? So maybe you've got a bookkeeper that you trust. You could give them access to your accounts and let them actually authorize your other employees' payments all through the app and through the online, the mobile app as well. Okay, so that was it really. Just a quick rundown. Oh, this is just a close-up to show you that you can make limit to single payments and daily payment limits, so you can limit your risk. Okay, so that was it really. Very quick and short and sweet. I hope that was useful. Let me know your thoughts.